When exactly can you truly say that you love your spouse, you love your friend, you love your parent, or you love your child, or you love the people closest to you? Today's reading opens up our eyes, where it is said, how can we say that we know God? It is by obeying His commandments. When you say, I love you, does that mean you truly love? It's good that you have it, it's good that you say it, but does that complete your love? Does that fully profess and disclose the love you have for the other person? The reading mentions to us about this love in action. So it's not just intellectual saying of the phrase I love you, but it needs to get into a personal level, into a practical dimension, where it's not just the head, but it's the heart at work. It's not just the declaration of the marriage certificate. It's not just the declaration of the birth certificate. It's not just the declaration of all the different legal contracts or the personal promises, but it's expressed in action. It's expressed in the spirit that you take on of the other person. You begin to have this heart of the other person, not just listening to what this other person says. You can follow the commands, you can follow the commandments, and you can follow the orders out of fear. You can follow all of the other person in order to please that person. And you can follow all this other person demands as a duty, as an external obligation, as an outward observance. But in fact, if your heart is truly not there in whatever actions that you do, in whatever you express to this other person, in whatever commands that you live, without your true heart, there's truly not love. In the first reading, we are being reminded we can't say that we love God or that we know God unless His very spirit, His very heart comes in us. And we start living that God life. We start living what He intends of us. So it's out of true living the life of God. And that would be same in our personal relationship with one another. When can we truly say that we love the other person? When we truly have that person's heart in us, that person's spirit in us, and that we live it. Not because it is said, not because it is being ordered, not because it is being demanded, but out of our true convictions. So it's not just those words that matter. It's not just those declarations that matter. It's not just even the deeds that matter. The deeds can be done out of observance, to please others, to do it as your duty without a true spirit and without true love. So it's when your heart is involved, when your whole person is involved, that's the time you truly love the other person. So do you love God? Do you have that true heart and the spirit of God in you? Do you truly love the other person, whether it's your spouse, your friend, your parent, your child, your loved ones? Do you truly love them? Let us try to internalize. Let us try to make that other person's heart our own. Let us truly try to make their spirit our own. And it's more so in constant meditation, in constant contemplation, that you will realize what this other person really is. It's in truly this meditation and contemplation time that you will realize what this heart of God, the loving face of God truly is. It's not just in that utterance of I love you or the utterance of prayer that makes you say that you love someone or you love God, but it's in true being, having the spirit of the other person, which makes you say that you truly love the other person or truly love God.